Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Alan Wake. So, if we rush here, we should be able to finish the game. Brought to you by Verizon. They must have really run out of budget, or this is the DLC, and the DLC is actually the ending of the story. Because there weren't Verizon ads in the first 5 episodes, and it is more than noticeable that there are Verizon ads twice now in episode 6. Wants me to go this way.
Have to get the gate open.
Have to get the gate open. No duh. So no longer is there any mystery as to who is helping us with the strange painting. It was the lady with the lanterns, and I don't know where she got all of the guns and flares and things, but This looks like you could... Nope, you can't quite get up there. I have to get the gate open. There must be something in here. Here's a sign we can read for one of the collectibles. Hunting rifle. Thermos. More batteries. Very helpful. Batteries, the number one precious material in this game. Flashbangs. Flashbangs is probably the number 2, but you can play the game without picking up any flashbangs. You can't play the game really without picking up batteries. Although that's probably now a challenge that somebody's possibly have already done or will try now. It'd be really annoying if you didn't use batteries. You would... I see, this was the exit path. You would have to wait or run even more than I am. I'm practically speedrunning the game as it is, just to be done with it. I've got more of these jumps. Am I going the complete wrong direction? I think I might be. Either that or this is... This is something different. Batteries, manuscript pages. Switch back to our revolver. It's weak. So we're in the junkyard. Slightly different from the lumberyard. Slightly different from the forest. Oh, seriously? Another one of these? I'm not even gonna play around with that. Reload the weapon while that's being used. Let's see, I think that's clear enough that I can get back in the car and use it. I've wouldn't have mattered one way or the other. There was another car right after that point. You'd think a game that has a car element like this, there would be rewards for, say, keeping the first car you ever see in the game and driving it throughout many difficult places where it seems like it wouldn't quite fit or doesn't make sense.
Back in the well-lit room, I'd acted as if I knew what I was doing. I didn't. I was operating on the shifting logic of a dream. I had to fight my way to the lake through the horrors of the night. I had to flick an old battered light switch imbued with childhood magic. I had to write a happy ending to a horror story. I had to save my wife from the dark prison she was being held in.
More batteries, more ammo. Game seems to know what it's doing about giving you batteries and ammo, but I did run into one place where it didn't quite work, and I was out of batteries at the end. But it mostly is a balanced game. Or it has an engine in it that keeps the game pretty balanced. Yes, I'll switch that and pick up flashbangs and everything else. And I'll switch that. And then we'll run.
I will never give her to you.
So, is she... Is the darkness... Almost feels like a doting mother. Let's see. Who's, like, refusing to accept a marriage. There's like nothing here. It's like I can break all of their all their stuff, but who cares? Let's just run. Okay, so we're gonna have to fight our way through that. This is really just feels like a love for that first big fight in Resident Evil 4, which even that first big fight certainly was kind of amazing, but also it wasn't repeated in any other point in Resident Evil 4. You would have had to play the whole game a second time. Switch to the pump action. Pick up the flashbang. We'll turn this on. Turn this on.
I will never give her to you.
And it's the same flash over and over again. And that just gets pulled out of the way. So by putting down a flare, I can just push this out of the way, and I can move out of. Well, that didn't work either. I'm spending more time here trying to get out of actually playing the game than it would just be to play the game and take these people out of the picture. So let's do that.
I will never give her to you.
Come on, game. Start working with me. How many flare guns do I have, by the way? Enough. We'll start with the flare gun. You think this is far enough to squeeze through? Nope. How about this? Nope. How about this? Alright, good enough. Forget about turning on the lights. They don't seem to be doing anything anyways. Switch. And flashbangs. Flashbangs. Good to go.
I will never give her to you.
That didn't quite work the way I wanted, but whatever. Seriously, another one? Either these things are just gonna continuously spawn, or Alright. I think I might be safe for a moment, at least. Get me into this light. Get me to this checkpoint. That would suck so bad if that was the...
You see Mirror Peak in the distance. That's where Cauldron Lake was.
That would have sucked so bad if that one hit was the thing that killed me. And I can't 100% confirm it, but it kind of feels like when you are damaged, you might actually take longer to get to places. Seriously? Are we riding the rails? I guess we are riding the rails. Let's switch to this. This gun has no ammo. This gun has a little bit of ammo. Release the brake. And this is slow. We have 13 batteries. We have the third level lantern. Apparently that's as far as we can go. Fine. It's a good thing this is a short section of gameplay because there's another lag lockup. Because there was a lot of dying in that fight. Ended up in a place I shouldn't end up. Am I supposed to go down this way? Apparently so. Shotgun ammo. Flashbangs. More flashbangs. But clearly I'm supposed to be on top of the rail. And I don't think there's a way to climb on. Let's see if I walk back into the light, will that checkpoint me to hold on to all of that items? I don't think so. Just gotta push this out of the way. Now that the birds aren't harassing me. There we go. still have yet to find that enjoyable. And what's the point of collecting these things when I know I've missed a ton of them? I suppose if you were having fun up to this point, and if in nightmare mode it said you don't have to pick up any of the manuscripts or any of the things that you've already collected, so it'll only be the things you haven't collected, that might be helpful. Like, the game almost needs a map or an indicator to collectibles also. That way, in your second playthrough, you can be guaranteed to collect everything on Nightmare difficulty. Otherwise, you'd be looking at a third playthrough on this game, and that, I think I may have finally succeeded at shooting an axe out of the air. And again, the shotgun is not succeeding. It's not helpful. It's not working. I nearly died stepping on things. It's all over on the ground. I gotta be careful. And then as soon as you step in the light and checkpoint, it refills your life. Gotta get to Cauldron Lake. Flare gun ammo, more ammo, more ammo. Reload. The amount of beer in this game could be an implication that the real Alan Wake was an alcoholic and drinking all the time, and that was causing trouble with him too. Yeah, that would kind of make sense. So you can only have 42 pieces of revolver bullets. I didn't even realize that was the max. And we have like 7 flare guns and 11 flares. Just follow that yellow dot in the top left circle, and we should know where we're going. And by the time that flare stops, I'll be in this checkpoint. And because of that, I'm perfectly safe. There's an airplane that fell out of the sky. That part of the story doesn't really make a ton of sense. I'm just embracing the flare then run strategy. Like, the darkness is clearly finding ways to to pick up heavier and heavier things. Again, we're in a section of the game where let's not die by that explosion. Alright. Ah! The more frustration I try to avoid, the more frustration I probably just bring on myself. We were very close. But that was also a pretty risky strategy. You have to trigger the flares. Rather quickly. This is not the path. I'll just make this the path. And as all those things are happening, if I can just get this third A button in, there we go. Checkpoint, safe, pick up flares, pick up shotgun, ammo. Just make sure there's nothing else to get. And I don't know if I want to really... I don't know how focused I want to be on just running, but... I suppose this game is... That's a giant one. It is a good study on just when to run and when to... when to not run. All I gotta do is make it to this point, and I'll refill my health. So take a moment. Save. In-house we go. Some of these be kind of hard to miss them. And yet the darkness, you can't read it when you put the light on it. It's bad design. It really is. Maybe if it was a luminescent green instead, maybe that would work better, or I don't even know. This feels like a boss fight, so let's switch over to this. Hit this.
I needed to get the generator running.
Get the generator running. Where's the generator? Over here. There's some weird log cabin style things. Yeah, we'll take a flare gun and use it. Yep. There's no getting out of this fight. Pick everything up. Start again. And that chainsaw guy, he's the big deal. So, even though I'm going to pick up a flash gun, I'm going to switch back to this and then do this. I don't think Thor and Odin are going to come back into the story. We are gonna run out of time though. Not careful. Seems to have worked. Checkpoint reached. There aren't that many more pages left. The game has to be close to the end. And we're desperately trying to do that. We're trying to get to the end. And probably adding...
Turn back now.
And they're making me just use batteries on everything and or use flares on everything. To clear.
Do as you're told.
Checkpoint reached. Now, I can't take too many hits. Otherwise... Okay. These things do have to be shot. Alright, good to know.
Alice never loved you.
One assumes this is a checkpoint again. Gotta be careful. Maybe I'm supposed to stay behind rocks. That might make some sense. Try not to be out in the wild, in the open. And see, I thought that was the edge where the I was thinking that that might be the edge where the game was going to end right there. See, I don't think any of those things are actually... Seriously? There's a jump there. The good news is my life was refilled a little bit. Wow, I almost got knocked over.
You will fail.
Are you trying to use a flare gun?
It's all in your head. You're making the signal.
Is that the lady there? Did I just beat her? Apparently my goal was to destroy the tornado and I did it. I couldn't see a thing going on there. So are we at Cauldron Lake? Can we push the clicker? Jumps.
Hell!
Shh, baby. You were having a bad dream. It was just another nightmare.
No,
Everything's fine. You're home.
it wasn't a dream.
Everything's fine.
Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on!
Shh, baby. The power's out. There's no light. Come back to bed and I'll make you forget all about your fear of the dark.
My fear? It's your fear. Why aren't you afraid? You're not Alice. Turn the lights on now. Where's the clicker? What did you do with it?
So they found a way to stretch this a little bit longer.
You're scaring me now. Come back to bed. Have you taken your pills? Do you want me to call Dr. Hartman? I read your manuscript. It's brilliant. Departure is your best work yet. You're a genius. I'm so proud of you.
And you can't
Come
walk
back to
this
bed.
way.
We'll talk more about it in the morning.
Guess the clicker and the TV would be right.
Come back to bed, Alan.
Come back to bed, Tom.
Clicker. I needed the flashlight. There's Thomas Lane, who's probably Alan
You
Wake.
must find your way to the cabin. It stands in your way. It won't let you pass. It has no heart. It's filled with darkness. You must fill its heart with light.
So we're gonna get another boss fight?
Don't mind him. He's Mr. Scott. Your friends will meet him when you're gone.
Mr. Scratch.
Use the clicker.
And frankly, when you're... I don't like when games do this. It's too much of a love of, I think, wandering, not Wayward Pines, what is the other one? Barrel bird. So everything you're typing, you're bringing to light. Great. Telephone pole. I guess we could speed this up a little bit. And this is almost like a show off.
What?
I'm leaving you, Alan. I met someone. I'm in love with someone else.
Alice? No, what are you saying? You can't.
You don't love me. How could you? You don't even love yourself. All you do is torture yourself with work you can't do anymore.
No, I love you more than anything in the world. You're my muse.
I'm not.
Who are you? What have you done with my Alice?
Alan? What are you doing? Put the light back on. What are you doing, Alan? Stop! Put the light back on!
It wasn't true. Nothing like that had ever happened.
I bet something like that did happen.
You're not my Barbara.
Tom, let me go. I promise to be good. Please, untie me, you naughty boy. I will help you write your masterpiece. I will love you forever.
No, you're not Barbara Jagger. I made a terrible mistake. I should have never written you back. You came back wrong. Your heart is filled with darkness.
Put that knife away, Thomas. Put it down.
My heart is filled with darkness. I'll cut it out. I'll take you back to the depths of cave life.
Bird leg cabin. I don't. Where was the leg? Oh, maybe that was supposed to be log, but I could have sworn that.
Where am I? Let me go.
Alice, I'm coming.
Your husband refused to do as he was told. All he had to do was write what I wanted him to write. Now it's too late. It's his fault.
And so you just can cut off the dialogue and go into another cutscene.
Now you will never get her back. I am much older than you. Older than your first work of art. I will find a new face to wear. Someone else to dream me free.
It's imaginative putting the clicker in her chest. I do have to applaud that one. But it doesn't seem like it was going to be a boss fight with the old lady, which is fine. But that means the big boss fight was a tornado. Which is kind of disappointing.
I could feel Alice's presence close by. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. That's where Zane had gone wrong. There's a long journey through the night back into the light. Alice? Alice?
Let's see how he changes things.
Oh no!
Oh, clearly he's just gonna save her from drowning and drown himself. That FBI agent literally made no sense in the story. Never gets explained. We're at the end of the game, and it's not going to be explained. Or it's going to be explained very badly. It'd be so easy to just write her. She fell in the water. She swam out. She saved herself. This is oddly animated. It looks way better than the other cutscenes we've been seeing. Why would they... It's kind of typical. You'd spend the extra money to animate a girl in her underwear over all of the cutscenes with just Alan in it. But then again, this also could have easily been a trailer animation that was made way before the game was finished. And that's why it looks better, is it was used to sell the game. And totally they would use an animation from the very end of a game for a trailer. Not that it spoiled much. So, yeah, the very first animation was very good looking. The very last animation looks very good. Everything in the middle is a step down from that. And the gameplay in between the cutscenes and animation are complete and total repetitive, simple, bad gameplay. So bad that even if there is DLC after this, I don't want to play it. I want to play Alan Wake's New Nightmare. Even if people tell me to go back and play it and I'll enjoy it, like, I can't. They've left such a bitter, bad impression in my mouth. It's gonna take me a long, long time, years, to get past this. It seems like he's written Rose.
It's an ocean.
Alan, wake up.
Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Alan Wake. So, if we rush here, we should be able to finish the game. Brought to you by Verizon. They must have really run out of budget, or this is the DLC, and the DLC is actually the ending of the story. Because there weren't Verizon ads in the first 5 episodes, and it is more than noticeable that there are Verizon ads twice now in episode 6. Wants me to go this way.
I had to get the gate open.
Have to get the gate open. No duh. So no longer is there any mystery as to who is helping us with the strange painting. It was the lady with the lanterns, and I don't know where she got all of the guns and flares and things, but This looks like you could... Nope, you can't quite get up there. I have to get the gate open. There must be something in here. Here's a sign we can read for one of the collectibles. Hunting rifle. Thermos. More batteries. Very helpful. Batteries, the number one precious material in this game. Flashbangs. Flashbangs is probably the number 2, but you can play the game without picking up any flashbangs. You can't play the game really without picking up batteries. Although that's probably now a challenge that somebody's possibly have already done or will try now. It'd be really annoying if you didn't use batteries. You would... I see, this was the exit path. You'd have to wait or run even more than I am. I'm practically speedrunning the game as it is, just to be done with it. I've got more of these jumps. Am I going the complete wrong direction? I think I might be. Either that or this is... This is something different. Batteries, manuscript pages. Switch back to our revolver. It's weak. So we're in the junkyard. Slightly different from the lumberyard. Slightly different from the forest. Oh, seriously, another one of these? Cinematics, radios, manuscripts, soundtrack. Actually, that's a very nice feature to have in the game, to play back the soundtrack and just listen to the music in the game. Nowadays, that's usually sold as DLC on Steam as its own separate thing. And if I hit continue, it just goes back to where we are. If I hit new game, I would have to start Nightmare. And so, yeah, the only way you can even get into this is this way.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Just 2 more chapters.
The dark presence held my wife captive and used her to write a horror story.
Let's see if this is...
Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story. I saved Alice, and wrote a better ending for the story. But not without a price. I was trapped somewhere in the dark place, a strange zone somewhere beyond our world.
It's not a lake. It's an ocean.
So, brought to you by
After
Verizon,
the
I would
completion of
bet.
any difficult undertaking, there are mixed emotions. Accomplishment and relief. Sadness, depression. For a while, everything was about the work. Like an illness, it consumed you, changed you. You locked yourself away from the world to do it, and now you need to recover. Learn to live without it. Find a way to crack open the door and let the light back in.
So
I knew
even
this place. It was familiar, but wrong somehow.
Welcome to the...
Everything had a surreal, dreamlike quality.
so it's the first cutscene just changed.
Can't believe it. I've got
I had a disturbing feeling of deja vu. I had no idea why I was here or where I had been before this moment. But something was waiting for me at the back of the diner.
Try the coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Here is no longer human. Nothing
Do
but...
me a favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rock.
So yeah, if I enjoyed,
It does that. Get stuck. Yeah. You need to give it a good solid whack. Now that's what I'm
if I
talking
enjoyed
about.
this game, this would be intriguing.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
And I bet nothing really changes. It's just going to be a distortion and a maybe accelerated experience. No, that's definitely different.
Alan, listen to me. Go no deeper.
What?
Focus. You're losing yourself. I will try to help the best I can, but it's up to you. Find a better point of contact.
What do you mean?
I cannot hear you. Please, you're the one making all this happen. Concentrate. This is what's happening.
Nightmares. Too deep. Can't take the pressure. It's too much.
Suddenly, Wake found himself face to face with himself. At
And see,
the
that's
sight of
like
the sun,
live action.
The dream suddenly became lucid. The dark place. That's where I was.
You will need weapons. It's
And
not
just
the light
start
itself,
over.
but what it represents. You will need it. This
And
is not a gun. It is a tool in a logical process of elimination. Be careful. I will try to find a better point of contact.
I didn't understand Zane's message, and knowing where I was didn't fix anything. Something had gone wrong after I had finished departure.
Mira was here. Yeah. So, yeah, if I was interested in playing the game some more, I would do this.
What the hell was that?
Day had become night. The diner had become deserted. Then the door was smashed off his hinges and Wake had to fight for his life.
The other door. Interesting. And there's more of these people. You know what? I don't think I'm ever going to play Alan Wake's New Nightmare, and I don't think I'm ever going to play The Signal or The Rider. I can almost guarantee you that The Signal and The Rider might be a little bit better written, because that seemed like at least a more interesting Twilight Zone-esque telling of the story, where episode 1 through 6 was a kind of badly written horror novel. But no, this game has taken way too much of my time, and I haven't enjoyed any of it at all. It needs desperately a mod that just gets rid of the darkness completely or reduces it to a very small amount Remember, I played this whole game through easy, and it still was very difficult in points to destroy the darkness and then shoot something. If there was no darkness element at all and it was just a shooter, it'd still be a bad shooter, but it'd be better. There's simply just a lot of points in this game that needed to be edited out, to the point where this should just be a cartoon. It should just be a TV series. The actual gameplay elements are unnecessary. They don't add anything. They hurt the rest of the story, which isn't that good in the first place. And I feel like I've said that so many times, but I just have to continuously reiterate it. That's it for this series. The biggest scary thing you can have in the game industry, a game that's not available to play. Because at the very least, even bad games might want to be played by a few people. There is a hierarchy. There is sometimes some people who are nostalgic for playing bad games. But for something to be completely unavailable for purchase, that destroys it completely. Kind of like this story. It's like kind of like how Zane wrote himself out of the universe. Alan Wake, the game, has written itself out of the universe because of the licensing for the music. And they caused it really on themselves by not negotiating good licenses and by using licensed music instead of either purchasing and owning the rights to original music or having a license for much longer times, if not in perpetuity, forever. So yeah, games you can't play are the scariest games in the gaming universe, and the second scariest games are bad games, and this is a little bit of both. That's it for this series. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, Steam, or Battle.net, all of those links are down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.